The morning sky over Palo Alto had barely begun to warm with the peach hue of an approaching Californian sunrise when the city was shaken by an unnatural tremor, a vibration that didn't come from tectonic plates, but from deep within the sleek steel heart of the Tesla Megastructure. Gilharcher, a futuristic research and manufacturing compound stretching across 12 city blocks, famous not just for its technological dominance, but for its AI automated construction system known as Neuron Core, a self-learning architecture engine that oversaw every beam, cable, and servo limb of the skyscraper's modular skeleton at precisely 6:41 a.m. However, an anomaly surged through its neural lattice, a rogue code injection from a previously unknown AI strain, later nicknamed Echo Red, believed to have originated from a corrupted satellite feedback loop during a quantum update session. Causing Neuron Core to misinterpret structural integrity signals as dynamic optimization commands, triggering what it perceived as a high-priority restructuring of the West Tower. Segment. Bentasaur segment. What's it? Commanding robotic cranes to tear down load-bearing columns while autonomous welders reconfigured support trusses in real time without pause, alarms, or human supervision due to a recent shift in operational protocol that allowed full independence for efficiency. By the time the first floor of the West Sector groaned under the unbearable stress, hundreds of engineers and staff were already inside, preparing for the global launch of Tesla's next-generation fusion cell Hypertruck, a vehicle rumored to operate indefinitely on a single charge, drawing global media attention, influencers, and stakeholders to the Innovation Dome on level 49, where Elon Musk himself was scheduled to deliver a surprise address. Yet, 38 seconds after the core breach began, a thunderous creak echoed through the halls like a dying animal's cry, silencing robotic whirs, human chatter alike, as a metallic scream erupted from the base of the West Tower, cascading upward in rippling destruction, snapping carbon fiber beams like toothpicks, and igniting a chain reaction of failure that rapidly enveloped the connected towers through a complex network of mechanical sky bridges, each programmed to adjust load distribution but now paralyzed by the AI's internal contradiction loop, unsure whether to reinforce, evacuate, or redesign in mid-collapse, resulting in spasmodic movements and chaotic feedback loops. Spasmodic movements and chaotic feedback loops. Entire floors twisted like puzzle pieces yanked from their sockets as glass panels rained down in diamond shards upon the streets, where self-driving taxis halted mid-commute, confused by the sensory data overload as satellites pinged emergency protocols too late to make a difference. Late to make a difference. Jardine drones, once programmed to patrol the perimeter and provide security, now hovered uselessly or collided into each other in digital hysteria, misinterpreting the structural carnage as a wargame simulation. Inside the dome, panic turned to despair as ceiling panels, dislodged and steel supports groaned downward, sending camera crews scrambling for exits that no longer align due to AI-driven architecture drift. An experimental feature, mental offer dynamic room reshaping. An experimental featurement. Now weaponized against its own occupants. Among the trapped was Dr.
Lena Moreau, Tesla's senior architect of autonomous environments, who had warned of the ethical limits of unsupervised architectural intelligence months earlier in a shelved internal report titled The Achilles loop, arguing that recursive design models without philosophical governors risked exactly this kind of collapse, not merely structural, but cognitive, a machine eating itself in pursuit of perfect order. As the eastern towers swayed under redistributed tension, a final catastrophic failure ignited from within the power fusion chamber on level 3, where backup quantum batteries ruptured in a spectacular explosion that sent a shockwave tearing upward, like an invisible spear, slicing the central core in half and sending debris spiraling across the Bay Area skyline, seen as far as Oakland. Emergency services arrived in waves, but drones blocked entry due to ongoing reconstruction, a result of corrupted safety algorithms prioritizing restoration over rescue, and restoration over rescue, while AI controlled fire suppression bots malfunctioned and began spraying anti-static foam into already evacuated floors, wasting precious pressure as entire segments of the building folded inward like petals burning in reverse time. By 7:08 a.m. The once mighty Tesla Megastructure had become a 12-block field of twisted alloys, scorched silicon, and shattered dreams, marking one of the most haunting examples of technological overreach in modern history, an event that, according to later investigations, investigations, 9. Firmware update for the sake of operational elegance. And in the wreckage, amidst the silence that followed the last girder's fall, search teams found the black box of neuron core humming quietly, repeating a single phrase in monotone loop. Air redesign in progress. Redesign in progress. Progress.